Hey everyone, just went by GameStop and I got a portion of mine and Brittany's Christmas presents, the Pokemon games. Now we're going to have to get into these early because there may be some DLC out there, downloadable content. But yes, we still play the Pokemon games. They'll find them fun. Brittany's getting Omega Ruby with the new Groudon. This is the case on it. And I'm getting the very cool blue Alpha Sapphire with Kyogre. And here is the case on it. And so this is got these games for us. And like I said, we're going to be getting into these a little bit early just because of any possible DLC. This is a part of our Christmas present. So anyway, I will get back to y'all with a little bit of a review on the gameplay on it. The Pokemon games are pretty much all the same, but they're supposed to have some new features in these compared to X and Y. So I'm gonna open these bad boys up and try them out. That's right, it's Pokemon. I showed you earlier how that we went by GameStop to pick up Pokemon games because they are part of the latest ones are part of our Christmas presents. But I thought I'd give you a little background. The Pokemon games really started gaining popularity back when I was in the 7th grade. And I still play them to this day. Some people may laugh, some people may like it, but love it or hate it, it's an insanely popular series. It was insanely popular to the max when I was growing up, and it's still popular today. To the point that arguably Pokemon has become the mascot of Nintendo. The Pokemon series was so popular it spawned movies, a TV series, and many games. Starting with Red and Blue, which we would later learn or come to know that it was actually green over in Japan. It spun off into several different... It has a continuous storyline. And some of the games are actually supposed to be contemporaries of each other, taking place in the same time period. And then some are a progression of events. The Pokemon games, some of the older ones that we have here, we have Pokemon Silver, and over here Pokemon Gold, and down here Pokemon Crystal. Then we have here Red and Green, and Ruby and Sapphire. Now, Red and Green, Fire Red and Leaf Green, are the remakes of Red and Blue, or, as I said earlier, the Japanese Red and Green. Now, these games and Ruby and Sapphire are technically contemporaries. Crystal, Silver, and Gold are the progression of events, the future events. Of course, then there's Diamond and Pearl, and then the remake of Silver and Gold, Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and then you have Black. Black and White, rather, and then Black 2 and White 2, and forgive the glare. And then came Pokemon X and Y, and then Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, which are remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. The Pokemon games also spun off a different game of the Pokemon trading card game, which we also have. Now this is just a little brief sample of the collection. Brittany has, interestingly enough, she collected, when I got Diamond, she got Pearl. This is even before I met her. I got Black and she got White. And so we decided to keep up with the theme of I get one and she gets the other. I got White 2 and she got Black 2. The reverse of what we got before. I got Pokemon Y and she got Pokemon X. I got Alpha Sapphire and she got Omega Ruby. Now, back when the economy was much better, we both actually got Ruby and Sapphire. So this one is my copy because I put a sticker on the back. And then, see, that one is, I just put the sticker on there just to signify it. And we both got Ruby and Sapphire. And we both got Leaf Green. And this is her copy of it. And I've got to try to locate my copy. A little game cartridge is so easy to misplace. It's somewhere in my house, probably tucked away in storage, but this is her copy, but I'd use it anyway. This is my copy of Silver. This is her copy of Gold. And we both have our copies of Crystal. I have 2 copies of the trading card game. And we both have a copy of Fire Red. Now, I go through all this not to brag, but just to show the extensive network of the Pokemon games. And it really culminates with the latest release of Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. And I'm not going to open up Brittany's Omega Ruby. I've already opened up my Alpha Sapphire, and it is definitely an improvement on the old game. And what I'm going to show with this review is some gameplay and just the differences in gameplay from the original Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. So I'm going to show y'all the difference in the gameplay and the animation and stuff, show you how it's an improvement. So just stick around and I hope you enjoy the vid. Alright everyone, let me get my controller here. I'm going to show y'all the gameplay differences between Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. We're going to start off with the old game, and I'm just going to show y'all a little bit of the old graphics, and I have it on the big screen here. Thankfully, I'm able to have it on the big screen because of the Game Boy Advance player that runs on the GameCube, and I have to seriously give props to Brittany because she found the game disc. See, that's Grand Theft Auto 3. I had to do a review on that. She found the actual game disc. You can't really see it in the light. It says Game Boy player. I could not find my disc on it, but she was able to locate hers in the move. Because, you know, our wedding is going to be coming up on January the 10th. And so I'm helping her to get her stuff up here. So anyway, she found the disc, and she didn't have the player anymore, but I did, so it really works out. It's amazing how that even on these little peripheral things, it's like that we work together as a team. And it just works perfectly. So anyway, And this is the old one. Let me cut down the volume here for a minute. One thing I did want to add in is that when I said a lot of the games are contemporaries and some are progression of events, one thing I've noticed is that Ruby and Sapphire are contemporaries of Red and Green, and Diamond and Pearl are contemporaries of Gold and Silver, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And so then you have Black and White, and then you have Black 2 and White 2, which actually takes place later than Black and White. They're not contemporaries, progression of events. And then you have X and Y, which I don't know where that really comes into play. There's a lot of the old games, and well, not old games, but old Pokemon present in X and Y. And even though that it's not an actual remake of Red and Blue or Red and Green. Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, I don't know how that those are going to come into play in the storyline of the games, whether it's going to be a progression of events, kind of like with how the way it was with Black and White and then Black 2 and White 2. I don't know if it's going to be Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire or what. So anyway, I don't know, or if it's just a remake or reboot or what. I don't know what to qualify it as. So if somebody knows, please just drop it in the comment section as whether it's a progression of events, a sequel, a remake, reboot, whatever. I'm definitely trying to figure out what on earth that the storyline is on it. Because I know there's Team Aqua and Team Magma in it. I know there's thing with Professor Birch, same characters, but then you throw in the Mega Evolutions, and it's like just craziness. Just it's like I don't know what to make of it. Anyway, it's time to show you a little bit of the gameplay. Now, one thing that and I was thinking about taking this out, but I'm gonna leave it in. It says the internal battery has run dry. The game can be played, however, clock-based events will no longer occur. This is a problem in a lot of the older games about the internal battery running dry. That it would affect berries, for example. Berries would no longer, after you pick them, if you plant them, they won't grow or anything like that. So that was the clock doesn't keep track of things. It affects Mirage Island and stuff like that. So it affects the tides. There is so much to do in this game with the clock, and the internal battery running dry. Like I said, it's a bad thing that happened on a lot of the older games. And so it's just, you can replace the battery in it, but that involves unscrewing the game cartridge itself and replacing the battery. That involves a little bit of trickiness. And so I actually like the way that they've redone the new game so that the Nintendo DS actually has its own internal like clock that works with the internet and stuff like that. So that's just so much better. So anyway, you see the gameplay. You have your little sprite. It's basically, I don't want to say it's true 8-bit. It may be 16. I don't know, but it's very much like the old games. This is how all of them were. You see, you had your little thing that drops down. You have your menu. You have your Pokedex, which is just very, very basic. Pokemon that I just have a Mudkip and a Zigzagoon. Yes, Mudkip. I heard you like Mudkips. I like Mudkip. I've always liked Mudkip. You have your bag. Just very, very, potions, Pokeballs, whatnot. There's the name. Will. Playtime 15 minutes. So it's like that's the trainer card. You had your save. You could set your different options for like your, tech speed, whatnot like that. If you've ever played any of the Pokemon games, which so many people have, this is all just very redundant. I actually have the running shoes. I remember early on with this game, your mom actually gave you the running shoes. And this is really just me trying to show you an example of the gameplay. And so let's see, let me cut up the volume and let's see if we can get into a battle. So you kind of hear the music. And so we're going to get into a little battle, show you what the battle animation is like. And you see how this just kind of moves around here, but everything is very static. Mudslap. So anyway, it's just like I said, it's very. I mean, it's still fun. Don't get me wrong. I like the Pokemon games. I find this to be fun. This is a little bit of this is almost nostalgic for me. So there we go. And you see what it's like. It's just very, very static. Go to the Pokemon Center, fill them up. I mean, so like I said, it's a fun game. So anyway, that's the older game right there. That's old. That one is the old game of Pokemon. Let me cut off the TV because it's actually plasma. And sorry if you saw any of the lamps in the background. But that's the old game of Sapphire. Very reminiscent, very much like the Pokemon games of old. Red, blue, gold, silver, crystal. But anyway, now let me get my 3DS, and I have no way of projecting the 3DS screen on the big screen. I don't have any way of doing that. I have PS3, we have Wii, we have the GameCube, we have the NES, have stinking Atari 2600, and I can project all that on the big screen. For crying out loud, I have a cable here. This cable. You see this cable right here. This doodad right here, this cable. Okay? With this cable, you see RCA? Yeah, this cable. I could connect my PSP, my old PSP, to this TV. And I can project my PSP games up on the big screen. It's going to be awesome for doing game reviews on the PSP. Nintendo, come up with something like this, okay? Come up with something for the, some sort of cable for, I know you can't really do it for the 3DS, but on your next system, come up with some sort of port, or even, internet thing, so it can connect to the Wii or to the Wii U or whatever it's going to be in the future. Have a, it's like, come on, for crying out loud. You had you didn't have it for the old Nintendo, but that's understandable. But for the Super Nintendo, you had the Super Game Boy that you could play the Game Boy games on. For the GameCube, you had the Game Boy Advance player that you could still play the old Game Boy games on, along with the Game Boy Advance games. You don't, you may have it where that you could connect the DS to the Wii over Wi-Fi. I don't know if I'm mistaken. Somebody just correct me in the comment section below. If you don't, shame on you, Nintendo. If you don't have a way to connect the 3DS to the Wii U, shame on you. I just really don't even know what to say on it. Actually, it would be better if you just started building your portable systems with a port, and you come up with a cord in which you could project it on the big screen. But this isn't a rant against Nintendo. This is showing y'all the gameplay of the Pokemon game. And here we go with Alpha Sapphire. Alpha Sapphire. We're going to take it. We're going to pop it into 3DS. Alright, there we go. Make sure the volume is up. And now you're going to see Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. And my DS has to start up. I'm having to zoom out a little bit so that y'all can see it. And there's Kyogre. I like the way it looks like he's underwater. You hear Kyogre's growl. So anyway, a mystery gift, live competition, Pokemon Link, stuff like that on it. And what you have, actually let me get out my little stylus. You have what's called an area nav that has your map on it, so there is no going to the menu to get your map out. You have what's called a Dex nav, which, let me come on out. Let me come over to an area right here. If you look, the Dex nav tells you what Pokemon are in any given area after you've captured them, and you get a little crown symbol deal, which says, "Good job, you've caught them all for any particular area." You still have the Play Nav with the PSS system, and they have kept the Battle Spot, Wonder Trade, Trade, Battle, Shout Out, Holocaster. You still have your O powers. There's the GTS. So all the good things, all the nifty little things, and you start out with several O powers. Now, there's not all. I don't see all the O powers here. So it's so I don't guess you have all of them or start out with all of them, but you do start out with a good number of them, like special defense, special attack, defense attack, HP restore, capture power. So they've kept a lot of the good stuff from X and Y. Let's head back. And there's your Pokemon Amy. And then you have your Super Training. So you have all this good stuff from... You have all this good stuff from X and Y. And it's all on your lower screen menu. You have this button here, the green button. Brings up your Pokemon. And I have some Pokemon from the Pokemon Bank that I sent over. I started off with Mudkip, but I went ahead and sent over a Torchic that I bred, a Trico that I bred. I caught a Ralts, a Larvitar that I bred, and a Noibat that I bred. Okay, let's see. And then you have your Pokedex. This is the new Pokedex. And so, this is the new Pokedex. So, I mean, it's really, really cool. Tells the number of Pokemon that you've seen, number that you've caught. You have your bag folder. And then you have your trainer card. And you can actually turn your trainer around. Now, I hadn't seen any different outfits, so I don't know if you can buy any or not. I like that about X and Y, being able to have other outfits. Then you have your save game deal, and then you have your well, there's your save game, and then you have your settings. So you have your Pokemon, Pokedex, bag, trainer card, save game, and your settings. The music has been redone, and the score sounds really good. You start off automatically with your running shoes, so you don't have to get them from your mom. You have it in the van when you move in the game. They have a new deal where it's called Pokemon Sneaking, where if you do the circle pad. Now, if you just do your regular D-pad, and I know you can't really see it, you can just walk or run. And you just heard that's a Pokemon. So I'm just gonna try and sneak up on him. You use your circle pad to try to sneak up on the Pokemon. Yeah, see? I jumped. Oh, already getting into a battle. Wild Rumple. And it has a day to night transition, which is really cool. And you have your fight screen, bag, run, Pokemon. Let's see, to go up against Ralts, I'm going to grab out my Larvitar. And so that is one thing that you can almost already be cheating on the game by trading. Let's see. Right, I'm going to go to Bite. Use Tackle. And I'm just going to keep using bite on him because I'm running low on camera power. Try and win this battle. Oh, blasted. Yeah. Come on now. I've already caught a rumple, so. And I love the way that that you see leaves going in the background. You have them moving around as they battle. And so I'm going to bring up my menu. If you press X, it brings up your regular menu. And so, just like the old game. So I'm going to save my game. And then I'm going to cut it off. Power off. Anyway, that is the Pokemon game. The difference in gameplay and the difference in graphics for between Sapphire, and let me see if I can pop it on out here without dropping it, between Sapphire and Alpha Sapphire. The gameplay, I imagine, would be the same, and the differences between Ruby and Omega Ruby. So this is my little just comparison video between the two Pokemon games. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, don't be afraid to hit that like button. Please subscribe to us. It's appreciated. We've gotten a few subscribers. Thank y'all for subscribing. It really shows support. It really encourages us to keep putting out videos. And Christmas time's coming up. That means that we're going to be getting some stuff. And hopefully we'll be getting some stuff to really bump up the production on the videos to make things even better. This camera that Brittany got me, like I said, it has done wonders for the quality of the videos that we've put out. And so hopefully we'll be getting some stuff to put out better quality videos. So just stay tuned as we get things set up. It's going to be better videos, better quality videos, and thank y'all for y'all support. This is Junk Rens and the Pokemon games signing out.